Hello everyone, it's Jonathan here, founder of Driving Academy, and today I'm going to show you how to drive a tractor trailer in New York City. That's right, I said New York. Maybe my accent's wrong. I am a Jersey boy, by the way. So let's see how we can actually get these big tractor trailers here in that city, which is Manhattan. So if you have ever been to the city before, you know that things can get kind of crazy. If you're just driving a normal car, you have to compete against pedestrians, you have to compete against bicyclists, you have to compete against those yellow cars. You know those yellow cars that I'm talking about? Yeah, the taxi cabs that control the whole city and know exactly where they're going and don't really look at their mirrors. So imagine doing all that in a tractor trailer. It kind of gets a little difficult. That's why tractor trailers have a few tricks up their sleeve on how to maneuver around the city itself. So what kind of tractor trailers are going in the city? So since the city has a whole bunch of restaurants, a lot of these food distributors actually have to drive tractor trailers into the city to deliver to different restaurants to make sure that they have enough food to supply. There's not really factories per se in the city. However, there's office supplies always going in, furniture's getting moved in and out of office buildings, and so on and so forth. But the majority of this tractor trailer traffic is going to be done at nighttime when the city is slowing down. Now, many of you have heard that New York is one of the cities that never sleep. That is correct. But at nighttime, the traffic does die down extremely a lot because not too many people are working. Of course, there's always a little hustle and bustle going on. So when you are driving your tractor trailers in at night, it's extremely important to take a few tips and tricks from this video. So when you're making your turns, you want to make sure that you're making your turns extra wide, because at nighttime a lot of cars are parked on the side of the streets, and if the New York cops don't tow them away, say that they kind of extend further than the curb and they're parking incorrectly, you want to make sure you're not clipping any kind of cars, and so you're taking your turn extra wide. You also want to make sure you're constantly scanning out for the mirrors and have a good idea where you're going to go before you get there. So in most cases, a lot of New York people who are making local deliveries, it's always a two-person crew, which means that the driver helper can kind of guide traffic around or can kind of hold you a parking spot. You're really never going to park on the curb itself. You're always going to double park, try to unload as fast as possible before the cops come to give you a ticket, and reload and get your butt to the next delivery stop. The other thing that you have to worry about is these docks that are coming in. So New York City does have docks. So talking about like restaurants, restaurants wouldn't have docks, but maybe hotels would have docks, different office buildings would have docking areas where you would have to back your trailer into. Again, you have to watch out for the parked cars. You have to make sure that you're going extra slow, and you want to make sure that your skill level is super high. One of the cool things that I always like to go to New York City for is the auto show. So during the auto show in the Javits Center, happens once a year, and the cool thing is you drive to the Javits Center and there's a whole bunch of car carriers and a whole bunch of tractor trailers parallel parked back to back to each other, because how the hell do you think they brought all those cars in there, right? Tractor trailers had to bring them in. That being said, those guys have some skills, but the cool part about that is they'll come in at night. The Javits Center is usually a space where it's a little bit wider, and at nighttime it's a lot less traffic. But I've seen those guys being able to parallel park in between two trailers, and those guys definitely have skills. They probably came to a school called Driving Academy because we're the best driving school in the entire country. We have a whole bunch of reviews of people who say so themselves, not even coming out of my mouth, coming out of the student's mouth, who've been to our school, plus people who've been to other schools and came to our school eventually. We've had many stories of people who went to 2 or 3 different schools, finally came to our school and said, wow, that is nothing like I've ever seen before. It's nothing that I've ever experienced. You guys are the most flexible. You guys are the best. You guys keep things super simple so I can learn it, and it's very easy to learn, and so I can be successful. That's our mission here. Our mission is to help 1 million people get on the road to freedom. And we know that we can get you free if we get you the skill set that you need to help you and your family make more money. That skill set is being a professional truck driver. Now, in order to be a professional truck driver, you're going to need certain skills. Skill number 1, you're going to have to know how to inspect your vehicle, because that's the first part of the road test. Skill number 2, you're going to have to know how to park your vehicle. So when you're in New York City itself, you want to make sure that you can park in any kind of dock that you need. You definitely want to talk to our instructors. Give us a call, 908-525-3609. If you need some refresher courses or you want to get your CDL license from scratch, we can help you out. 908-525-3609. And the third skill that you're going to need is the ability to drive on the road. So the cool thing about our school is that we actually have a CDL driving simulator. This is one of the cool things about our school that many schools don't have, simply because this equipment is extremely expensive. But we're willing to make that investment into making sure that you get the best training possible. So with this equipment here, we can actually train you on how to drive in New York City. We can train you on how to drive in the desert, in the highway, in the suburbs, and many different road conditions. So by the time you do graduate with our school, you would have years of experience within a few days of training, just because you graduated with us. And because you graduated with us, and because we have that simulator that I was telling you about, we are actually one of the top tier schools that companies love to hire from our students, because they come out so extremely well trained. So if you want kind of a sure thing when it comes to finding work, give us a call, 908-525-3609. We offer lifetime job placement for our entire student population, and lifetime to us means we'll help you find a job up until the day you die. But after you're dead, please don't come back. I don't think we're ready to handle that kind of situation yet. Plus, I don't know any company that's willing to hire a dead driver. So that being said, if you want more information, if you need help finding work, or you need to get a CDL license, give us a call, 908-525-3609, and take a virtual school tour if you want to figure out more about pricing. That's going to be at cdldrivingacademy.com/tour, cdldrivingacademy.com/tour. Thanks. Have a great day.